Alright, it's good here, and I want to show the orange skies in California due to the wildfires. So I've got my Sony um, A6400 here, and I've got the white balance on 5600 Kelvin, which is considered white. That is exactly like sunlight, basically. You can see it's kind of orangey in here because we are being lit by some incandescent bulbs, but that's pretty normal. So as we go outside, it should look more like daylight, except it doesn't. So you can see here's a CFL bulb, which is closer to true white. You can see that actually looks fine. You can see inside of that person's window that it's being lit by a white light. It's perfectly fine. You can see the headlights of the car over there, which are white as one would expect. But the sky, I mean, it's just orange as far as you can see. It's crazy. I don't know how to convey this very well, but just as far as anywhere. And I know the whole day I was looking to see if I could even identify where the sun was, thinking trying to identify the point source of what's lighting all this, obviously. And I couldn't. It wasn't visible through whatever is in the air between between the ground where I'm at, obviously, and somewhere between me and the sun is all this ash and soot from the wildfires that's causing this. You see in our unit, you can't really see that very well, but there's normal lights there. Again, there's a properly cool light, and you can see what's up. Now, what's weird is a lot of people have taken pictures of this with their cell phones, and the cell phones are designed to work around lighting situations that are cool or warm or whatever, and there's all kinds of filtering that gets applied to try to kind of block that out and establish like a neutral image, so that you get a pretty picture. And so if you try to take these pictures with your phone, it'll basically white balance correct. And while it may not be aggressive enough to totally cancel out the orange, it kind of cancels it out. And that doesn't quite convey what you see here. The darkness too, obviously the sun's occluded so much I can't see it. So one could expect that it'd be darker here. I'm filming this at evening time, 5-ish, so we're not at peak sunlight necessarily. But I can assure you that all throughout the day today, it's pretty much been considerably darker. You can actually see, we were in the middle of a heat wave just 2 days ago that was putting us at almost 102 degrees temperature, and you can actually see that we are at 64 degrees now. So just from the sun being occluded, we've actually seen a considerable drop in temperature just almost overnight. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like Mars. It feels like the lack of sunlight and the orangeness that you would see on the red planet, I imagine this is also as close as I'm ever going to get to like a nuclear winter type thing as well. I mean, when they talk about the sky getting blacked out, this is what they're talking about. And I assume this is nothing compared to what an actual blast would do. And more interestingly than that, I don't know. So, I mean, you might be asking, okay, well, if there's so much ash in the sky, should you not be outside? And that's a good question. But it seems like the smoke levels are not as bad as they were 2 weeks ago or whenever it was when we had the lightning storm files, which that was an interesting case because I actually was awake when that storm hit and could see the lightning strikes in terms of flashes of light through my windows. It was very early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning or so. And basically the weatherman's consensus, the climate people's consensus, was that the Bay Area kind of just got lucky in that we didn't get any hits that were central enough to burn down a major city like Mountain View or San Mateo or whatever. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to capture this moment. It's just one of the craziest things that's ever happened in terms of like environmental effects that I've ever seen. And I've seen some crazy stuff, hurricanes and tropical storms and minor earthquakes and just you name it. But this is wild.